Good morning, students. In last lecture, we have completed the literals, integer literals, floating point literals, string literals. So, what do you mean by the integer literals? Integer literals means the values will be only in whole number. These value may be positive or negative. Integer literals may be in decimal integer, octal integer, hexadecimal integer. Decimal integer will be the combination from 0 to 9 and values should not start from 0. In case of the octal integer, this is the combination from 0 to 7 and value should be start from 0 O. In case of hexadecimal integer, this is the combination from 0 to 9 and A to F and value should be start from 0x. Floating point literals, so there are the in two type we can use the floating point literal. Our first condition is the value should be in fractions, means value should be in points. These value may be positive or negative. So these are the some examples of floating point literal in the fractional form, and we can also represent the floating point number in exponent form. So that means suppose we want to write 5.8, so this can be written in computer 0.58 e to the power of 01. Now here the next, this is the boolean literal. So boolean means it has only two values, that values may be a true or false. And the last one is a special literal. This is called a null literal. So when we will store a null, that means that variable is a empty. The state in example, the value of value 1 variable is 10, whereas the value of variable value 2 is none. So when we will print the value 1, that answer is coming 10, and when we are printing value 2, so there will be an empty, or when we will use the print statement, so this will display the none. Now the most important topic of the today is the operator. So operator is a symbol which is used to perform the calculation. So let's understand this with the help of one example. Suppose we are writing a plus b, so plus is a operator is there and a and b are the literals. Now the category of the operator, so number first category is a unary operator, second category is the binary operator, and third category is the ternary operator. So the operator which works on a single operand or a single value is called a unary operator, and the operator which works on two operands, means which requires at least two values, that is called binary operators, and ternary operators required three operands. So the example of unary operator is a unary plus, unary minus, bitwise complement, or a negation, means logical negation not operator. In binary operator, first category comes is the arithmetic operator. Arithmetic operators basically for addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus. So in modulus sign we will use the percentage, this will give the remainder. Or suppose when we are using a star of v, so this will give the multiplication. Or if we are write the a star star of v, so that is the exponent, means a raised to the power of v. Or when we will use suppose a divided by b, so this will give only the answers in without decimal, and when we require the decimal value, so we have to write a double slash of b. Next binary operator is a bitwise operator, shift operator, so we will use the next. And the next is the identity operator, that is the is or is not. And there is some more binary operator is the relational operator. This is also called a comparison operator, assignment operators, and last is a logical operator. So we will use all these operators will be in programming, so I will explain again there. Here just you have to know the operators are the three type: unary, binary, and ternary. And the last topic of the token is a punctuator. So punctuator are the symbols or the special symbols which is used to terminate the expressions such as brackets, all types of brackets, colon, semicolon, etc. Now this is the most important topic of today's ke how you will write or how you will type a program in Python. So this is called the bare bones of a Python program. So the statement which is written after the hash sign, these are called the comment statement. So these will not be the part of your program. So this is for just a documentation in your program. Second one, this is the def, and this when we will use the any bracket, so this is called a function. So here cu is a function, and after that there will be a colon sign, and the definition of this should be start from fifth letter. So this is first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. So when the body will be start of any function, so there will be in next line first will be the four spaces, and this should be start from fifth letter. So next, these are the initialization statement or a simple statement. This is the initialization, this is again initialization, this is the printing. Here is the if condition. So if, then there will be the body of if, so again the same rules will be applied. So the next statement will be after the four spaces, there will be start from five letter, else, this is the body of else, and this is the closing of cu function. So these are the some rules ke how you will type a program, and what is called the comment, what is called the proper statement, and where from where we will start a body, just like a if and else. And the now next topic is a expression. So expression is the legal combinations of the Java operator and operand. An expression may be a single value, so 15 is also an expression, that is a single value. 2.9, here a plus 5, this is the complex expression, so here we are performing the calculation, this is also a complex expression. Now the next one is the statement. What do you understand by statement? So statement is a single statement or single line of a program in which that will be performed, or we will tell to the computer that will perform the task according to that statement. So here suppose print and this one, and if there is the condition, so all these are the statement. A equal 15, this is also a statement. B equal a minus 10, this is also a statement, and so on. Comments in last we have already told, these will be always start from hash sign.